Look at those little bizarre creatures.
What did you just say?
Look at those little bizarre creatures.
So yes, the ants are just something else that I have to deal with. Hi guys, welcome to a day in the life of a homeschool mom episode. Actually, it is not daytime, it is the night before, and it is almost getting pretty late. But I wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of what I did the night before the homeschool day. So my nights during the homeschool year are fun. They're often filled with just prep work. As homeschool moms, we have a lot of prep work. Making sure that I know my high schoolers' math the next day, just getting everything organized. One of my children are in a co-op, so I also have to do the co-op work as well. I have to look over some things. He has a debate coming up, so I go over that too. I check my email. We have an issue. There's always things going on, right? So there's like a soccer issue. Like my son has to have soccer practice. He didn't get any. I haven't got an email from the coach, and the games are next week. So just a whole bunch of fun stuff. And then I just go on Facebook and waste too much time. And then I might settle down for a Netflix show. My rule is for myself, do not start a Netflix series when you're a homeschool mom during the homeschool year. Don't do it, you will regret it. So I'm just watching like a rerun like of comedies like Seinfeld or something. And then I will, or watch something really boring that I have no interest in, and I'll just fall asleep. So that's usually what I do at night before I start my homeschool day. So yes, I am wearing Christmas pajamas. These are my Christmas pajamas. Well, part of our Christmas pajamas set. I love them. They're soft, so I wear them like all the time. And then yes, I do have my makeup on when it's time for bed. I took off my powder and stuff, but I left my eye makeup on. I always leave my eye makeup on. I've been wearing sometimes I wear makeup to go out. Tonight we had our church directory pictures, so I had makeup on. So if I have makeup on, like eye makeup, I do not take it off the night before. I do not do the Hilton thing where they take off all their makeup, or whoever does the makeup reviews. I never take off my eye makeup. So I don't know if you're in the same boat and you're like, it just takes so much. I don't have time for that. I do not have time to take off my eye makeup if I'm wearing it the night before. I just leave it on. Just leave it on. It's there for the next day. It looks good. I'm on a roll. I don't have to put any makeup on. So, yeah. So I folded laundry already this evening. I got the prep work done. I checked my emails. They've got soccer. They've got swimming tomorrow. It's coming up. So, and then I just try to just sit and, have some peace and quiet. And as homeschool moms, it's really hard to get overwhelmed. It's only the second week for us. So it's only by the grace of God that I can keep getting up and keep doing what we do. I just know that He's watching over our kids. And our kids are going to be okay. Homeschool kids are going to be okay. I know that I'm really enjoying, well, it's only been 2 weeks in, but I'm really enjoying the high school years. And you know what, the more they're growing up, the more smart they are. I think for kids, we push them too hard sometimes. We expect them to know more than they really should know. And they will just turn into who they are going to be on their own. God is watching over them. He loves them more than me, or more than you love your kids. And I just have to rest in that blessed assurance that He's going to be faithful and that He will watch over them. So yes, if you're like me and it's nighttime and you worry and you have a lot of anxiety, just give it to God. Know that He is watching over you, and you have to believe it. You have to really believe that He cares and that He loves you and your children and your family more than anything. And that's the ultimate goal, at least for me as the homeschool mom. I just want my kids to grow up knowing that God and knowing who He is and having a good relationship with God. I mean, I don't know what God thinks about education. I don't know. But I know what He thinks about a relationship with Him. So even if you're not religious and you suffer from anxiety and worries, I just encourage you just to try to find peace and happiness. And for me, God has been there the whole step of the way. He can be there for you too. So before this starts to sound like a sermon, which is not supposed to be, I'm mainly talking out loud for myself to get me calmed down before bed. So it is Thursday, so tomorrow's Friday. So if you're a homeschool mom like me, Thursdays are good evenings because Friday is the fun day that leads to Saturday. I know it can seem kind of pathetic, but you have to grasp onto those kind of things when you're a homeschool mom. So I am going to, it is 10:12, and I probably will not get to bed before midnight, but I will check back in the morning, and thank you all for watching. It is 5:53. I've actually been up since 5:45. That's when the good old alarm goes off and you wake up and you feel like you just got ran over by a truck. But yeah, 5:45 is usually when I wake up, sometimes 5:30. It takes me about 15 minutes to actually get going and to start the day. So I usually open up the windows, see what the day looks like. I didn't take into consideration the glaring, so forgive me, but I usually open up the window. I really like to listen to the sounds of nature early in the morning. So I usually sit back and sit in my little nook and open up the Bible app, or just sit there and think about God and talk to Him and just have some silence kind of before the storm hits. I think you all know what I'm talking about, but I do like to sit and just wake up. So it is now 6:39 on the clock, and the alarm clock went off at 5:30. So I've gotten up, I've gotten ready, I've taken a shower. Then I come over here, and I am going to put on these worn out old slip-on shoes because I'm too lazy to tie up shoes and put socks on and all that at 6:30 in the morning. Then I'm going to walk over here and I'm going to step on to my treadmill. Nothing like waking up early in the morning and getting on the treadmill. So what I will do is I will try to walk 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes before 7 o'clock, whatever it is. Sometimes I only walk 3 minutes. Just something to get my body woken up, just to get my blood flowing through my veins, trying to work towards that. I don't know, what is it, 30 minutes a day. So yes, I take my shower before I walk, since I'm not doing it very vigorously. And I look out my window, and then I turn it off, and then I just have some more quiet time. And by now, of course, you can see it is more light outside, and it's a gorgeous day. The sun's coming up. So it is a little bit before 7. Now, I normally get up and start making breakfast right around 7 o'clock a.m. One of the things that I wanted to do differently this year that I did not do last year was get up early. So I usually like to leave the front door open during the spring and the summer. I like to hear the early morning birds and the sounds, and there's our dog Trevor. He's already gone out this morning, and I just got finished feeding him. My husband has already left for the day. He usually takes care of the dog in the morning, and it's nice out front. So what I usually do early in the morning is I check and make sure that everything is set for their schoolwork. So my oldest starts at 8. They both start at 8 o'clock. So I come in here before they're woken up, just make sure everything's set up. Sometimes I'll turn on the monitor or the DVD, and yes, I have a pathetic blanket. I do have curtains I need to put up, but this is his workstation, so he has Bible all ready to go for his start. And then there's my son's blocks from yesterday. He did not clean them up. And there's his workstation, which is right at the table. There's his monitor and the DVD player. And then I have dinner started, and I think we're having burritos. I have my coffee. There's the Lego car that my child has left. I've got the swim stuff set out. There's swim gear ready for the evening or early evening. And it looks like it's really beautiful out today. And I love beautiful sunny days. I usually like to leave the door open. And there's Zion. He's my youngest, and he is already doing his Becca 5th grade work, and he's got the DVD almost ready. And he's wearing his pants and his shirt, and he will probably change clothes throughout the day because he thinks it's a little chilly right now. And there's Trevor. He's sitting in the chair with Zion. And Zion just usually does math by himself. So what I do is I have him go ahead and do what he can do from his sheet before we turn on the video. And then my oldest is in here, and he starts his Bible time while Zion does his math with me. And there's the hammock where I wish I was. And I've got the bags ready for co-op. Here's where my youngest station is, where his video manual is. I have M for Monday. It is the 10th, and I gotta change that out. So I usually try to change that, keep it up to date, but sometimes it does fall behind. Sometimes we'll be on day 30 and it will say day 15. And then I have some of the schoolwork is organized. I will post another video about that. Oh, and then I do some laundry because I do a load of laundry every day. And who doesn't do laundry every day? And there's a bag of trash. Well, actually, it's not trash according to my oldest. It's art. So he likes to collect certain trash to use for his art. And then, yes, take out all the laundry. And then go, and then you fold the laundry. And then it's still really early in the morning. I think it's probably like not even 9 o'clock. And so I go back, and I'll probably go back to prepping the dinner. So we're having burritos. The kids love them. We like them. And then we have some ants today. So, big ant issue.
Look at those little bizarre creatures.
What did you just say?
Look at those little bizarre creatures.
I don't know what they're after, Zion. What are they after in here? So this
Chicken broth?
No, it's not chicken broth. Yeah, but it's not open. So this is what typically happens sometimes when you live out. What?
Hot chocolate. It's open.
I know, but no marshmallows are up there. So yes, the ants are just something else that I have to deal with, and that's what happens sometimes when you live out in the country. You have ants just come in every time of the year. Zion calls it an ant apocalypse. So like 3 times a year we'll have ants, and then my husband goes and he treats them, and they go away for a month or two, and then they come back. So I don't know, whoever kind of like built our house, my husband, he knows all that stuff. He's like, they didn't do this right, they didn't do that right. So I mean, the ants have been okay this year, except for one bad. But then we used like a borax mixture, and they took it to their nest, and it poisons the queen or whatever, kills the queen. But now there's always going to be ants if you live out in the country, and it's been raining, so the ants want to come inside. So just something else to add to a plate that's already full, right? Okay, what next? So we are going for our morning walk. It is 11 o'clock. So we're going for our walk, and I get to go outside. Usually Zion will go outside and take the dog, or I will take the dog, and Josiah usually does it over the weekend. So it gives us to have a little bit of a break time. And Zion is doing either history or science. He's got his language arts he still has to do, and he's highlighting the important areas. And he's got his little homework notebook. And then my older child likes to collect Russian alphabet magnets. And he is on break right now, and he is getting ready to take English 9. Yes, English 9. And he's going into grammar, which is next. So he's done Bible, he's done algebra, and I put up the curtains. And I have other curtains to block out other distractions so he can focus more on his schoolwork. And so over here, he usually puts his books that he has for homework. So he's got his algebra and science that he has every day for homework. And then over here is the computer where he's going to be doing his keyboarding, and I will upload a picture of that soon. Back to Zion. I think he's doing spelling.
Are you doing schoolwork too, Zach? Are you doing school, Trevor? He's a cute little. Oh, he's got a pencil.
So here's the computer for keyboarding. In case you don't have Microsoft Word, there is office.com that you can use. And you can basically go on the web to the .com and use Microsoft Word there for free. And if you click on the blank sheet, it will upload a regular Word document, and you can use that for your keyboarding class. At least that's what we do. And it seems to work pretty well. And we've had dinner. I usually make it around 4 o'clock. 5:30 is their swim time, and they have swimming almost every day. So we are back from swimming. It's probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I take the dog out to walk. Most of the times in the summer, my husband is not home yet. And so if we haven't stopped for ice cream or any of those treats after swimming, the boys are inside ravaging the house for snacks and for desserts. So, so that is basically our day in a nutshell. My oldest will do homework. It's probably about 8 o'clock. He will do homework because he's been doing Rebecca. He will do some of his homework if he hasn't completed it during the day in the evening. Because if not, then the next morning it's going to be hectic and even longer. The next day will be even longer if he doesn't complete the homework. So we roughly do school from 8 a.m. to about 3:30 p.m. And the rest is homework, and then sports, and then special events or odds and ends. And that's basically a day.
Time again.
And the kids had a good swim meet. They have one this weekend too. And Zion did good. He did the 50 free and the 50 back. That's what the races were. And he's never done them before. He's only done 25s because he's been younger than 10, so he's been able to qualify for those. And then Josiah, I think one of his races, the 100 free, he went down by 3 seconds. And then his other two, he broke even, maybe a couple of seconds faster. So swimming is hard. It is one of the hardest sports. They swim for 2 hours every day, and it's hard. So anyways, we came home. They had some snacks. Decided some homework. They went to bed. And that's basically our day in a nutshell. Now, it does change when we integrate co-op into using the Abeka, and that's where it gets real fun. So I thought maybe I'd post another video with regards to co-op and mingling it with Abeka and how we do that and how it's working out for us right now. But yeah, so otherwise it was a good day. I do hope to post more videos about organizing Abeka curriculum. I've had some people reach out to me about the stress of homeschooling high school, so I will probably talk about that and homeschooling Abeka 9th grade. But yeah, I think altogether, if we just have a mindset that education is important, but it's not the most important thing. Having a good relationship with our children is very, very important. And that's one of the things when I was homeschooling them. I asked them both, I said, do you want to go to public school? And they both told me no. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll homeschool again. But I don't want it to ruin the relationship that I have with my children. So that's something to consider when you're getting up. Don't make this the it that makes your relationship crumble with your children. Breathe. Take a day off every once in a while. If you're sick, or if you can't sleep, or if you're not up to it and you notice that something's off with them, just go take a day and go do something fun. as homeschool parents, and we homeschool our kids, we can go do that. We have the freedom to go do that, to just get up and take a day off and say, and I've done that numerous times with my children. I've said, you know what? They think they're getting up and it's a regular school day. And then Zion will come in and he'll say, Mom, why are you getting all dressed up for? Like, because we're going on a field trip and it's the most exciting thing. And I love those moments. We had more of them when they were little, but I love that time. And education and learning and being smart and being on top of your game is not everything. How you treat people, how you talk about people, how you treat each other, how you offer forgiveness and kindness to one another and respect for each other, how they interact with other people, how they love other people. That's the number one thing that's most important. And also how they my husband is coming in, invading my space. So I lost my train of thought. But so just, yeah, and how they have a relationship with God is for me one of the most important things too. But I have a poem that I wanted to read to you, and of course I lost my place. So I am going to find it and come back. Okay, I found the poem. It's by George MacDonald, and it says, in the early morning hours, twixt the night and day, while from earth the darkness passes silently away, then it's sweet to talk with Jesus in your bedroom still. For the coming day and duties, ask to know his will. Then he'll lead the way before you, laying mountains low, making desert places blossom, sweetening sorrow's flow. Do you want a life of triumph, victory all the way? Then put God in the beginning of each coming day. I don't know about you, but sometimes it's so easy to forget to put God first. I try to spend time with him before I do anything else in the morning. There's the Holy Bible app. They have a lot of good Bible plans that you can do. Of course, there's devotionals that I do in the Bible app, and just getting in just a couple of minutes before we have to rush around and start doing what it is that we do. So everything's going to be okay. You're going to have a great homeschool year. I'm going to hopefully have a great homeschool year, and just enjoy your kids. I just love watching my kids grow up. You know, they went from little to bigger into teens, and it's just good to be able to just spend time with our kids, because we don't know how much time we have to spend with them. So it's just a blessing. I hope you guys have a good homeschool year. Drop me a line. Let's talk homeschooling. Let's talk curriculum. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit like and subscribe. Bye.